kids are picky, right? And that was a huge part of what started this for me was my niece wouldn't eat. And I used to just hang out with her all the time. And I thought, oh, well, let's just make meatballs. And because that's something most people like. But she wouldn't eat them because she didn't know what was in them. Oh. And as soon as she made them,
light bulb.
It was crazy. And that is the biggest thing is because my kids are picky too. I was blessed with very picky children. And as soon as they see what's in something, as soon as they're part of the process, and it could be the smallest thing, it changes something within them. They're proud of it. They want to share it and they want to taste it.
Awesome.
And that, for me, it just brings me it lights me up so much because I'm like, now you see, it's not scary anymore, right? Like, I don't know if either of your kids are like, I'm not eating that, right? Like, it has an onion. You're like, it doesn't have an onion. But like, they see the mysterious onion and you're like, there's no onions, man. Yeah. But once they see it, they know, and they know that they have control of the change that happens within there. It's amazing.
Good morning, Okotoks. I'm your host, Josh Welz, Economic Development Specialist with the town of Okotoks. And today we're going to be diving into the delicious world of food with a local chef who's stirring things up in the best possible way. Joining me today is Stephanie Stefan with Spaghetti Tree Chef. How are you doing, Stephanie?
Oh, I'm so good, Josh. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Before we dive in, we like to talk a little bit about what's going on in Okotoks. And let's be honest, we are full into event season. Have you had a chance to go out to any of the events in Okotoks?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one just off the top?
I have to be real. This year was Pride Festival.
Really?
I thought they really stepped it up this year.
So that was over at the Ethel Tucker Park over at the OALC. I heard the music bumping all day long. It was amazing.
It was pretty great.
Oh, that's so cool. It's great. There's a lot of great things to do. Dogs games, sporting events, food events, all sorts of stuff. It's awesome. So without further ado, I should say, it's great to have you here, Stephanie. Let's dive right in. Yeah. How did you get into the food business?
I just loved food from a young age. I remember being a kid, and every time my parents would make something, I would go and doctor it without them looking. And then, eventually my dad caught on and just kept encouraging me to do so. And then I truly just centered my entire school career, like from junior high through high school, around cooking. So I didn't really have anything else to do. I pigeonholed myself into cooking. So like after high school, when I graduated, it was just like, my dad's like, so you're going to go to SAIT, right? And I was like, oh, I guess.
So we were talking a little bit about it too. Born and raised in Calgary, correct? So SAIT was a natural sort of fit for you?
Totally.
Awesome. And how did you find that culinary journey? So to talk a little bit about how you got into it, but I mean, everybody loves food. We all need it, right?
True, yeah.
How did that progress for you? Because there's traditional ways of looking at it, and then there's sort of like your comfort food. There's all sorts of ways. Like I'm fascinated.
Oh, really? For me, it just started with flavor. And I worked in the industry for long enough, I'll say that. But it actually changed my relationship with food because I started to hate it. Because the industry is not, I don't know how to word this nicely. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's just a lot of work. And I missed a lot of really big events with my family. And it got to the point where I just resented it and I wasn't enjoying it. And it was so serendipitous because I was like feeling on the edge of the cliff there. And I was on my way to work and I saw this building brand new in Avenida in Calgary and it said Culinary Kids. And I was like, what is this food? And I had no idea. I couldn't run in then. I stopped on my next day off, and it was these two teachers that opened a cooking school for kids. Nice. And I was like, I'm going to quit my job today. And I did. So I went home, and I told my husband, I'm like, I quit my job. And he's like, no, you didn't. I did. I actually did, but I have another job. Yeah. So, and that started the teaching journey. And that's a very long story. But at the end of it, I truly decided that I wanted to keep going with it, but I needed to change the modality. And so that's how I've ended up right here.
That's amazing. You know, like most entrepreneurs, you find something that you're passionate about. And if you can make that what you do, it's no longer work, right?
Yeah.
And so you dive in with 2 feet and you just go with it. I think that's amazing. I love food. I love cooking. Have you ever seen the show The Bear?
No.
Okay, so it's apparently supposed to be the closest thing to what a commercial kitchen is like. And so when you talk about how tough it can be and how hard it is, that makes sense, which is sort of funny because when you think of food, it's all around us. People love it. You need it. It's one of those things that certainly AI can't replace. So you saw those teachers doing it. You said, you know what? I no longer want to go down maybe the route of opening my own restaurant. Mm-hmm. I want to teach. I want people to be empowered to make their own food.
Yeah, totally.
Tell me a little bit about that.
The shift was great, and I always it's so rudimentary for me because I'm like, I went from teaching adults that were like children and didn't get it to teaching children who really wanted to be there and had a passion for food. So for me, it ignited new passion for food through being able to bring it to especially kids because they're just so fun, and like I said, food's a lost art with so many people, and it's nobody's fault. That's the thing. It's nobody's fault that this has happened. Our lives have changed so much. So that things like, the good food box, or like, what is that? Fresh.
Fresh, natural
fresh. The one that
like
gets delivered to your door, right?
You can tell we both cook because I don't subscribe to the boxes either.
But I'm like, holy cow, they're really onto something because that does help people. And honestly, I've had some of those products. They're fantastic. Mm-hmm. They do a great job to get the food back in the house.
Right.
And so just bringing back that passion and the relationship with real food is really important to me.
That's amazing. It's funny. I've been so opposed to getting these boxes because I like to come up with these solutions myself. And to be quite fair, a lot of the, not ingredients, but the recipes are right at your fingertips. I mean, as long as you're willing to go through the ads and scroll through all that type of stuff.
Totally.
But I think part of it, would you say, is understanding that it's not difficult, and you just need to take some time and have fun with it more than anything. Like, to me, cooking is more of an art than a science.
It's both.
Okay.
It's totally both. And on that note, I brought you something because I want to touch on this. So I brought you a Caesar salad. And I know, it's, again, rudimentary. However, this is one of the things that I make with my students. And it's what you said. It's about making food attainable. So when we're home... and we're like, oh my God, I just worked all day. I don't want to cook. Yeah. And the smallest, most simple thing is a Caesar salad.
I can smell the garlic from here. And as like a second generation German who loves garlic sausage, this is amazing.
And so Caesar salad dressing is one of those things that I think most people have in their house. It's just sort of like a staple.
Did you want me to dig into this while you're
do it.
Okay, I'm just going to move the mic so people don't have to hear me
all the way eat it. And so for me, I want people to know that making things like this from scratch is so easy. So part of what I do is can I teach you how to make a Caesar salad dressing from the absolute base? You're whipping your eggs and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I absolutely can. But are you going to do it again?
Well, now I will.
No, you won't, because that's not how it's made. And that's the thing is, you don't have to go over the top, and you don't have to have all these crazy things in your kitchen to make amazing food. Mm-hmm. And that is one of my top recipes that I constantly get emailed for.
I'm putting that on camera. I could eat the whole thing. I don't want people to have to watch me eat.
And the simplicity of it is I thought of this last night, truly, if I'm being so real, because I was like, I don't want to cook. It's way too hot.
Do you find like part of it, a food not being approachable is this notion that you don't have the ingredients on hand, but you really don't need that much, right?
No, and this came together for me, and this would be for anyone, and that's why I teach like this, is that you have to be able to do it again.
Yeah.
I can teach you over and over and over the long way. I can absolutely do that because I know how to do it.
Yeah.
But when the rest of your dinner is on the table and you're like, Caesar salad's the last thing you've got to get ready, and you go and you're like, oh, dang it, my bottle's empty.
Yeah. It's the worst.
And I'm like, hey, guess what? You can have this in less than 5 minutes. You're going to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I did. That's what I do every time. Because my children drink this.
Yeah. But just open the fridge and say, okay, I've got this.
Yeah.
What can I put together?
It's so easy.
Do you find that as you reignite that passion with food, as you mentioned, it comes more naturally where you start to look at maybe these ingredients and say, okay, I can make this with what I have, as opposed to having to go out or alternatively order out, right?
Yes. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah.
Cool.
And don't get me wrong. I believe as a chef, honestly, that everything has a place. Yep. And you know what? Everyone, if you don't go to McDonald's, you're a liar. So, I mean, we all get a stomachache from it. We all regret it 30 minutes later. That doesn't mean we don't do it.
True.
Right? So
just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you. But what we're learning here is you can make it taste good and it's good for you.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I was going to save this for the rapid fire, but I think this makes sense right now. 5 things that you must have in your fridge.
Ooh.
You can go 3. You could go 7.
In my fridge?
Absolutely.
Mayonnaise, ketchup.
That's
I have 4 children. Mustard for me, or like Dijon mustard, because it's a better base for things.
Doesn't have to be fridge either. We can
doesn't have to be fridge.
Sorry, I shouldn't
garlic.
say just fridge. Caveat, absolutely. Okay.
Onions.
Yeah.
Can I go more tomatoes?
But right, no. I read Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
If anybody's had a chance, right? And there's several things that stuck with me, and one of them being like shallots.
Yeah.
Super simple, super easy, right?
Yeah.
Garlic being another one.
Yeah.
Type of oil, butter, I think is key, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So, and then if you have eggs, you can make mayonnaise.
Yep.
No, I love it. So we have this Caesar salad. You say your kids drink it, the dressing that is. What's your go-to meal? So if you're in a bind, you're making something, what is it?
Butter chicken.
Oh, come on.
Or spaghetti and meatballs. Everyone loves meatballs.
My kids are butter noodles fans. I'm just like, come on, let's go. But
yeah.
Tomatoes. What is the most difficult thing you've ever made that comes to mind?
Ooh, do you know what? I will say, like with students, it's the butter chicken, to be honest, because it's just the layering of the flavors and the time that it takes. And, you know, it always comes back to time, right? And I have a 2-hour window with kids, and to build those gorgeous flavors, you need a little more than 2 hours. So it's one of those things where, like, it's delicious when they take it home, but it's even better the next day.
Right. The flavors meld.
Yeah.
It's like pizza the next day, like heat it in the microwave for breakfast. It's wild.
No, cold pizza.
Oh, okay. Well, this is where we'll diverge a little bit. That's me. So let's kind of pivot a bit to the business. So use some business speak, pivot, right? When looking at your business, it looks like you can educate anybody from, young children, probably as young as 3 to 5.
I usually start around 5 to 6 now. I used to do younger. Yeah. But parents want to come.
Yeah. And you got to give them that open kind of space for creativity, if you will. What are you finding is the biggest hurdle for children? And then let's talk about what the biggest hurdle for maybe adults are.
Kids are picky, right? And that was a huge part of what started this for me, was my niece wouldn't eat. And I used to just hang out with her all the time. And I thought, oh, well, let's just make meatballs. And because that's something most people like. But she wouldn't eat them because she didn't know what was in them. And as soon as she made them,
light bulb.
It was crazy. And that is the biggest thing, is because my kids are picky too. I was blessed with very picky children. And as soon as they see what's in something, as soon as they're part of the process, and it could be the smallest thing, it changes something within them. They're proud of it. They want to share it, and they want to taste it.
Awesome.
And that, for me, it just brings me like, it lights me up so much because I'm like, now you see, it's not scary anymore, right? Like, I don't know if either of your kids are like, I'm not eating that, right? Like, it has an onion. You're like, it doesn't have an onion. But like, they see the mysterious onion, and you're like, there's no onions, man. But once they see it, they know, and they know that they have control of the change that happens within there. It's amazing.
It's funny because, I mean, you're so right. Anybody who's had kids has probably dealt with some form of pickiness, and they can love something one day. You're like, perfect, this is on the menu the next day or whatever. Nope, we're done. How do you maybe reconcile or deal with the pickiness outside of that? Like, so vegetables, big thing, right? And vegetables seem to be very difficult for some children.
Yes.
Any tips?
Honestly, I started in my own home is all meals can be made deconstructed. So it's all the exact same components. And I have, with my split of 4, some like cooked vegetables, some don't. And so I'll cook the portion that the cooked people are going to eat. And I will always have a plate of raw vegetables available, or even fruit, right? Like, let's not take that out, because fruit's not bad. It's just sweet and delicious, and we're going to eat it first. But it's not bad. Like, take that away. Put it on the table, man. It's fine.
We love doing that at our house too. Cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots.
Yeah.
You put it out, and they'll just inevitably migrate to it and eat it. If they're hungry and the food's there, they will eat it, right? And so if you talk about deconstructing a meal, I'm very particular when I eat, because I like to have my plate, and you've got your starch and your meat, and then you've got your vegetables, and I want to eat it together as one, because it's a journey for me. But for children, it's a means to an end.
Yes,
it's like, I want to go play, I need to eat this. Or if I want to treat, I need to eat this. So having it in front of them, that makes sense. So then with adults, you have adults coming and learning how to cook. What are some of the biggest hurdles there?
Bad habits.
Yeah.
Honestly, with adults, it's habits, right? Because you're already cooking. Like you said, we all have to eat. So you're already cooking, and you've already formed all the habits to get to that end. So as a chef, when I teach someone, it's usually onions, how to cut an onion properly. It's like, oh my God. But they still go back and do what they're used to doing, because it gets them to the end.
So would you say part of the teaching component isn't just about combining ingredients, but it's about the methods, right?
It's about the methods, and it's honestly a huge part of relationship.
Yeah. You mean with food?
No, with each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, cooking classes, when you think of it, it's a great date idea, right? And when you build something together, it can be huge. That's what you mean, I'm assuming, the relationship piece?
That and my relationship with you, right? Like,
Yes, chef.
No, but if you're, if you're a stick in the mud, I'm not going to look at be like, you need to change that, right? I'm going to be more reserved, right? Yeah. But that's not my nature.
Yeah.
But it comes down a lot to relationship.
And I think that's the beauty of food, though. Again, we go back to the art science kind of component. Get your hands dirty.
Oh, 100%.
Get in there. Have fun with it, because it's supposed to be fun, right?
Yes.
And if you have more fun with it, it's more meaningful. So what's the purpose behind the name, Spaghetti Tree Chef?
It's a good one. Yeah. So the story is that 2 of my aunts convinced me when I was younger that spaghetti grew on trees. Like we tell all children that, right?
Wait, it doesn't?
Wait, I know, right? Revolutionary. So it's just like the house hippo thing, man. But they convinced me that spaghetti grew on trees. And so they kept this going like my entire life. So when my husband and I got married, they did a speech together at our wedding, and they made costumes and everything. So one of them was my husband, and my husband has very curly hair. So they put like ribbons in their hair. And
nice.
And my other aunt had a chef hat on, and they made me a little tree in a pot with dried spaghetti all over it, and it was all glittery, and I never thought of it as a business name, because that was, almost 20 years ago. And when I was coming up with this, I sort of tossed it around and I was like, you know what? I like that. It makes no sense. I have to explain it.
Yeah.
And it has a true, real story. So
Every good brand has a great brand story. So the company itself has been around for 20 years?
no.
Okay.
The name.
That's okay. That's okay.
The company's, 8 years.
Wow. Phenomenal. And in Okotoks the entire time?
Yes.
What about Okotoks have you found has worked well for the company?
Young families.
Yeah.
Yeah, the families out here are fantastic, and the demographic's really great
Awesome.
for that.
And what maybe have you found maybe a little bit difficult, if you don't mind me asking?
Most of my difficulties are within,
That's good.
and as a sort of lack of finding out what's available.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's totally on me because I don't have any background in business. I just jumped in and was like, I can do this. And here we are.
No, and I think, again, you take a passion and you turn it into something that you want to do professionally. The interesting part is I think every business owner at some point goes through that sort of inward look, if you will, and say, okay, I may not be good at marketing, or I may not be good at business development or accounting or finances or anything like that, right? And so it's important that you find the supports that you can have, whether that be, other employees or you do a little bit of additional training or find companies out there that can help you out with that. Awesome. Okay, let's get back to food because I find that infinitely more interesting. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I love business. I love talking about business.
It'd be weird if you didn't just say it.
Yeah, right. What's your favorite dish?
Anything I don't make.
Isn't it funny how that works? So if you make a sandwich, it's good. If somebody else makes you a sandwich, it's like a delicacy.
It is, right. Okay, so for real, I do love ribs, and recently
Dry or wet?
I like both. I like both, but I always do both for my family. See,
there it
deconstruction.
comes back to it.
Yeah. But I do love barbecue sauce. My favorite. Okay, recently, I have to say, because it's summertime, I love a good entree salad. That's like my jive. And I've been making this chicken shawarma salad with a tahini dressing.
Oh, come on.
And I just want to die every time I eat it because it's so good. It's just so good.
I would describe myself as I'm an omnivore for sure, but I definitely lean towards meat, like I think a lot of men do. Not to generalize or anything, but I have a salad that I make. I call it a summer salad, and it's got arugula, red onion, goat cheese, toasted walnuts, blueberries, and then you can find this wonderful dressing. And there's an awesome little business on Elizabeth Street here called the Olive Tap, I believe, and they have like a vinaigrette, like a white cranberry vinaigrette. You pour it on there, and it is just to die for. And again, I could eat that all day. So you get a little bit of that protein with the cheese and the stuff.
You get the sweet, the salty, the peppery.
Oh, come on, man.
Crunchy. Yeah,
So I've never done an entree salad, though.
Yes, you have.
No.
That's it.
Wow, but I need meat in there, I think. I need meat.
Add an egg or something.
Then what's that, chef's salad, or what's that called?
Oh, a cob or a
cob, yeah.
Either one.
Yeah,
No,
interesting.
that's boring.
No. And so born and raised in Calgary, you have to go out every now and then. Do you have a favorite restaurant and or restaurants, or maybe some place that you've gone to since you were young that you continue to go to that is just your jam?
I know I'm giving you this look, but I avoid Calgary like the plague.
That's what we want to hear on Good Morning Okotoks. We support local. This is great. Okay, well, maybe somewhere local then, too.
Well, recently I totally went to Amadeo's, and that was delicious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
I had the sea bass special.
Nice. Shout out to Amadeo's.
Not disappointed.
So my relationship with fish kind of goes like this. I tend to try and go to places that specialize in it, which I know Amadeo's does.
Yeah.
Go to areas where the fish is caught locally and it's a little more fresh. But no, that's wonderful. I love it. Okay. Back to sort of the learning and the teaching piece. One tip or hack that you think everybody should know.
Make your own spices.
Yeah.
For real. Because most people, well, okay, I shouldn't say most people, but many, many people have a lot of spices. And they're like, I don't even know what to do with all these. look up a recipe to make your own spices, like the easy ones, like Italian seasoning, taco seasoning. That's so popular, right? Like, I don't know the last time I bought taco seasoning because I have all the stuff in there. Tastes way better when I make it by myself. Just make a jar, chuck it in my pantry, and it's okay. Like, make it yourself. It's way less money.
Full disclosure, I've tried that and I did not knock it out of the park. So I'm gonna have to come to one of your classes to do just a spice class.
That would be a class all on its own.
So cool.
Because spices and herbs are like, they're a big deal.
Right.
And knowing how to use them, when to use them, and what the outcome's going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's definitely some spices you don't want to mix together. I think we've all learned that the hard way, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's one tool? The number one tool that every chef needs to have?
A knife.
Absolutely.
A good knife.
Okay.
And by good knife, I don't mean expensive knife. Right. I do not mean that. I mean, if the dollar store, honestly, is where you can afford to get a knife, go get it. Keep it sharp.
That's what it is. Keep it sharp, right?
Keep it sharp.
A dull knife is,
Yeah, a dull knife is a dangerous knife.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. This is amazing. I mean, I feel like I could talk about food all day, every day. I want to try and get back into the business piece a little bit. When you were opening up 8 years ago, what did you find was the most difficult thing in going from, okay, I love cooking, I love this concept, I want to teach, to actually building this business?
It was the switch. Because when I was with the other company, we had brick and mortar. And so people came to you. It was easy, right? There was visibility.
Right.
And so after watching that all sort of unfold the way that it did, I knew I couldn't let it go. So I thought, man, how can I change it to make it even better? And so I went in-home. And I started out going to people. So, and I still do that. Yeah. But teaching you in your space with your items so that you don't have to have all this fancy. I have all the fancy tools, okay? But you don't need them. Mm-hmm. I'm going to teach you how to use something else. Right. If you don't have it, I've got a hack for it. Yeah. So that was the biggest thing, was visibility, and sort of getting out there. But I mean, we're so blessed with social media that it's still like difficult-ish, but it's also not, because I'm really busy. Yeah. So it's all, for me now and from the beginning, it's all just been word of mouth. So making the experience really worthy and just continuing to sort of show up in that fashion, and
that's amazing.
Just do it differently.
Yeah, and you know what? So in Okotoks, we have about 720 to 750 home-based businesses by license. So those are the ones that fill out the license application and do it properly that we know of. And one of the big difficulties and hurdles for them to overcome is, how do I market myself? Yeah. How do I get the name out, right, if I'm operating out of my house? I think the house is a great starting point for a lot of businesses, and it's a great ending point for a lot as well, because it just doesn't make sense, like for yourself, right? Yeah. I can travel, you can come to me, this works well. So social media would be sort of the number one tool that you use to market?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And then people.
And people. Word of mouth is still so big, right?
Yeah. Huge.
Absolutely. I try to encourage any business owners, or even just people who are interested in starting a business, to get out, network, right? We still are in the business of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome.
Really?
Again, thank you to everybody for watching. If you've made it this far, if not, you're getting the clips, and that's great. Okay, we're going to do some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
No, that's good. That's good. I just want to eat the rest of that salad, please. Okay, favorite place in Okotoks to grab a treat?
A treat?
Absolutely.
Oh God, this is not rapid. There's so many choices.
No, you gotta pick one.
I'm going to go with ice cream and go with the Big Dipper.
Big Dipper. Okay, perfect. You're stranded on the Sheep River. I don't know what device you're using to float down. It probably, popped or something like that.
So if I'm a good floater.
Yeah. What's one snack? What's like the one snack you need to have on you?
A granola bar.
Beef jerky's mine. Your favorite local shop. So this is going to be our shout out. This is our segment on local shout out. Your favorite local shop to spend too much money in.
Ooh, I really love the Collective.
the collective. Rachel Curran, the owner of the collective, she's wonderful. She also sits on the board for the chamber. She's great. She's involved in the community, so that's
That
really
makes
cool.
so much sense now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, there's a good one. Go-to karaoke song. Do you have one?
You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a rock fan. I love that.
Oh,
it's
big.
it's classic rock now, so
Yeah.
it's aging ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for anybody who doesn't know, I do know Grand Central Pub has karaoke. I believe it's every second or third Saturday. So if anybody who's listening wants to do karaoke locally in Okotoks, it's great.
Sweet.
This is going to either have people shut off the podcast in rage, send emails, be upset with us,
Oh,
but
boy.
pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Yay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's
All
the
the
right
way,
answer for
yay.
anybody who's asking.
Make the pizza on the pineapple.
We can talk a little bit about the best pineapple pizza after this. I'm into it. Are you early bird or a night owl?
Both.
That doesn't happen.
I know, right?
It's like chaos. Okay.
Last week I got like 2 hours of sleep one night.
Oh my goodness.
It's cool.
Oh, and with 4 kids, I don't know how you do it. That's wild. Kudos.
It's terrible.
So then, second question to that: when do you normally eat dinner?
Around 7:30, 8 p.m.
Okay. So that's
after
a good
I
mix.
teach all the other people
yeah.
how to make their dinner.
Do you just like bring stuff home? I would.
No,
after? You
I
don't
teach in my
sit down?
home.
Okay.
And sometimes I make it with them, sometimes I don't.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so we'll finish this, and this is the same question that we try to ask everybody, or we do ask everybody, but Okotoks is the best because...
Oh, man. I love driving into Okotoks, and it's like a breath of fresh air, seeing the mountains off to the west, and it's just a nice, slower pace. I love it.
I think pace really adequately captures what a lot of people appreciate about Okotoks, myself included. This has been a pleasure. Stephanie Stefan, SpaghettiTreeChef.com. You can find all the information there. Take some classes. Enjoy cooking. To everybody who's had a chance to watch this, thank you so much for being a part of our morning. This is Good Morning Okotoks. Please get out there, support your community, support local, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.